With the process of completion and reconstruction, the perfect house is no longer a dream, but a tangible reality, consisting of giant housing cities in the state of Kuwait. In today's episode, we are taking a stop with South Mutlaa project. South Mutlaa Residential City Project is one of the development projects of the Public Authority for Housing Welfare, or the PAHW in the country. It constitutes a developmental approach that combines originality and modernity in design and construction. The Public Authority for Housing Welfare has immense plans in regards of implementing and following up several projects containing more than 170,000 housing units within the state's journey of establishing the 2035 vision of building a new Kuwait under 7 pillars and 5 main strategic directions. The authority is participating in the implementation of 3 pillars in order to achieve the development plan of the state and transform Kuwait into a leading center in the region, financially, culturally, and institutionally, pointing out that its most prominent participation will be in achieving a sustainable living environment, through which it guarantees providing housing units with a smart environmental system that achieves future sustainability. The South Al-Mutlaa city, along with its various suburbs, have been created and designed to provide necessities of life. The residential city acts as a part of a larger community designed around an active commercial center. It includes public facilities, government services, business centers, schools, in addition to parks, implemented and divided into 3 different suburban designs.
For that is the infrastructure. The infrastructure is simply everything under the ground, from sewage systems, electricity, rainfall reservoir, to internet, phone cables, everything under the ground. Road systems, obviously. We're done with that stage. So Kuwaiti citizens now can build their homes starting next month. The other stage that we're in is the main buildings. We're building 55 buildings right now, 2 schools, 7 mosques, a cooperative center, and a police station, of course, a library, and that's the main thing. My role as an engineer here in this project, I'm an HSE engineer, which stands for Health, Safety and Environment. I'm responsible for the lives, the safety and the environment of this project. I make sure that everything goes smoothly and as safe as possible. My job here got 10 times harder with the COVID-19 outbreak, obviously. We made many restrictions, such as that people can't be in an office, only one person in an office, and we obtained that using the 30% rule, which was confirmed by the Council of Ministers. The other part of the project was, the part of the safety control was obviously maintaining, wearing masks at all times, traveling between sites, 1 person per 1 vehicle, and mainly that's it. Honestly, I see myself as an optimistic person. I see sunlight through the tunnel, and hopefully this country gets through this pandemic and we see more safety and prosperity for this country. We couldn't get our employees and workers right to the site. Usually workers travel in buses, and that was the main obstacle. We stopped the project at the early stages of last year, and we restarted during July. That's when the restrictions eased, so travel was much easier. That was the largest obstacle, but after that we started showing up, and since then we haven't stopped. The project has been going on, the train has started driving, and the main thing is that we're glad that we're fighting through it, and I'm hopeful that we'll get through it, inshallah.
What is the future of Kuwait? It's an expertly designed airport, offering a world-class travel experience. The expansion of our healthcare sector, increasing access to high-quality facilities and services. And an infrastructure that transports people and products at a greater speed. The future. It's using new technologies in construction and intelligent roadway design to build smarter, more efficient cities that support a strong private sector and meet the demands of our growing population. We're building for the future. The future of Kuwait starts with you.
The city also contains green areas, multi-use areas, as well as government, investment, industrial, and recreational areas, in addition to educational areas. The residential city is considered an ideal place for the advancement of new investments, as its contemporary design inspires innovation and creativity. The modern buildings are located in the main public squares to provide residents, visitors, and employees with a unique, refined experience, both at day and at night. The city of South al-Mutlaa also includes a vibrant square that contains water fountains and open squares solely dedicated for relaxation and enjoyment. The residential buildings are designed to achieve a smart, environmentally friendly lifestyle. As the project accommodates about 400,000 people, it will provide 60,000 apartments approximately, in addition to providing about 30,000 housing units in a 400 square meters area, promising to reduce the waiting period to obtain the perfect house. As part of the Public Authority for Housing Welfare's implementing process of short-term plans, it has officially launched the execution of the City of South al-Mutlaa, which is based on achieving the pillar of advanced and smart infrastructure to reach the successful mechanism of the 2035 pillar of the diversified economy. South al-Mutlaa is seen as a foundation of Kuwait's largest housing project so far. It serves the ever-changing needs of the population with smart services as well as wastewater treatment plant. Kuwait's Ministry of Electricity and Water had invited qualified firms to submit a bid for a contract to design and build 3 water reservoirs to be located at Al-Mutlaa residential city. Al-Mutlaa housing project is considered as the most gigantic project ever executed by the Public Authority for Housing Welfare and in the history of Kuwait. The project is located 40 kilometers northwest of Al-Jahra city, covering an area of 100 kilometers. Mutlaa city includes 116 schools, about 156 mosques, 48 mini markets, 12 districts, 12 health centers in each district, in addition to 3 specialized clinics, as well as other utilities. The city is the largest housing project in Kuwait currently being executed in cooperation with international experts.
Our contract is based on 25 buildings. 6 of them are chiller-based, air-cooled chillers, and the other 19 is based on DX, package units. And so most of the buildings have a combination of mini-splits and the other 2. We check if the air ducts are insulated properly. As a part of my job, we oversee the installation process of HVAC systems. We oversee the installation process of the plumbing work in the public buildings. We oversee the installation process of firefighting systems in the public buildings. The HVAC systems consists of two to three main categories. One of them is the chiller system. It's called air-cooled chillers. The other part is the DX. The third part is the mini-split units, and we install them on buildings based on what the building needs, and the firefighting plumbing that we do, it has to comply with the global standards, and it has to comply with the Kuwaiti firefighting force, that we have to meet their standards. We have to work our HVAC systems based on the Ministry of Electricity and Water and their standards as well. The plumbing work that we see in the site is based on designs as well, and it has been going on a really good pace, and we have been following every day the plumbing work of the public buildings, and all the materials that have been used on the piping systems they have to meet a global standard, and they have to meet a standard that we had on the designs prior.
shape the future of Kuwait's economy. It will be our small business owners, our entrepreneurs, innovators, and trendsetters. The future. It's a prosperous, sustainable economy with diverse industries, access to financing, and the right tools and technology to succeed. Built by a passion to start our own businesses, to see our own products, and to create the future as we want it to be. The future of Kuwait's economy starts with you.
The PAHW has signed the contract of about 288 billion Kuwaiti dinars with the Italian Salini Costruttori Engineering Company and Turkey's Colin Group to build the city's infrastructure. South Mutlaa City project has created a significant change in the housing philosophy in the state of Kuwait, while also creating a situation of optimism among those concerned with the housing matter, in addition to lowering rent prices of private housing in the country.
As a quality control engineer, we are the gateway of this project. We make sure all materials are tested and qualified for this project. We test samples through Kuwait University labs and Ministry of Defense and Kesser labs to meet all the requirement and the standards. We have approved subcontractor Shams International Company, which is specialized and qualified company for environmental monitoring for both contracts. Shams International submit a monthly report in accordance with regulation and conditions of the General Authority for the Environment to make sure all environmental aspects are monitored and controlled. In this project, we have partners to test samples through approved labs.
The scope of work includes the construction of 150 kilometers of roads and related structures, numerous lighting infrastructure, the distribution of rainwater gathering, as well as sewage systems and other civil works necessary for the distribution of electricity installation of telecommunication networks and traffic control. The Public Authority for Housing Welfare has emerged as one of the biggest clients for the construction sector in recent years and has been tasked with the construction of a series of residential schemes. Kuwait is one of many countries in the Middle East with ambitious plans to develop connected, competitive, and convenient cities, contributing to the global smart city market, which is between the estimation of $2.6 trillion.